Welcome back. This week we are beginning over at Downtown Disney, where, as you can see, the parking structure is continuing to receive some upgrades. They are building a flyover for that freeway on-ramp. There's a lot going on at Downtown Disney, including this new bridge, which finally has opened. It connects up the two Landry facilities. So on the one side, you've got Rainforest Cafe, and on the other side, you've got T-Rex. Here's what the bridge looks like from the Lego side, the T-Rex side. And looking out towards the other side, you'll see that there are some vendors here. Let's take a closer look at those in a minute. But first, we also noticed that they've got these nice medallions for Disney Springs set up here on the posts every so often on the bridge. And these are the four kiosks where they're selling little individual merchandise, obviously by operating participants or outside companies. This one's selling things like small toys. Icon Jewelry is the name of this one. And this one is selling Florida-inspired cookies. Not sure exactly what all those colors are all about. And you can see the rest of the bridge is decked out nicely. Lots of space there, actually. There's even a little side bridge here leading out towards Fulton's, and I'm not sure what that's for. It's not a dock, it's just a place you can go look at the water. And you can see that they've got a trestle set up in the middle of the bridge, though it's not functional in that sense. Okay, back over on the other side of Portobello, we're looking at this suite of office spaces here. This building is relatively new, of course. It's a new construction for Disney Springs. And Chapel Hats is one of the stores here that is recently opened. Let's have a look inside. Now, Chapel Hats, obviously a hat store, and you'll see lots of different types of hats, ranging from sort of sun hats and straw hats over to things like Indiana Jones hats and so forth. Now, I'm taking a picture here to show you the detail of the crown molding and the root ceiling inside, made to look old-time. Both of them are made not only in the old-fashioned style, but the molding especially is aged, but it's artificially done. Another overview look of Chapel Hats. And you can see some of the wide variety of the types of hats they have here. Now, just across from Chapel Hats is a store with no sign on the outside, well, except in the window. It's called Havianas, and it is selling things like flip-flops. You can see that the store is chock full of rubberized flip-flops, mostly. In fact, the store smells quite a bit like rubber. They've got rubber set up in their theming as well. This is over by the counter where the register is. And they do have a Havianas sign behind the counter, just not out front of the building, at least not yet. Flip-flops of every variety, lots of different colors as well. Now, across the way, the boathouse area is coming along. It's been painted. And we see there's still construction next to that, however, so a lot more restaurants coming. And then going up towards the area that was sort of the nightclub district of Downtown Disney, of Pleasure Island, we've got some new stores open here as well. Apex is the first one I'm going to look at with you. It's by Sunglass Hut, and so obviously sunglasses are inside. They've got kind of an outdoors and active theme going on. You can see that especially with the designs up in the ceiling. And it continues over to its sign over on the side as well, really trying to give you an impression of activity and action. Which is also featured in the different brand names they have over at the top, everything from surfing to biking and so on. Now over to the next store. It's called Sound Lion, and it's a store from up north. You can tell by the logo alone that this is going to be about earphones and earbuds and headphones. And indeed, you'll find brand names inside that'll sound familiar to you. Lots of different accessories possible here as well. And then it's on to Sanuk. And Sanuk is another flip-flop store. This one's got a completely different vibe, though. It's California in nature. It comes from California. And the vibe is one of a little bit more laid back than what you saw in the other flip-flop shop, Havianas. They pride themselves on their yoga mat flip-flops, and so that's one of their best sellers, and it means that the flip-flops obviously more expensive. It's closer to $30, but it's extremely comfortable actually once you try one on. Over to the next store. It's called Art of Shaving. And yes, it's a store full of shaving supplies. Now these are upscale shaving supplies. It's got an upscale vibe right as you step in. See, it identifies itself as coming from New York. And you can see that the supplies are laid out in a way to make it look inviting. And they've even got several things out there for you to touch and try. Now, as I said, these are expensive things, however, things like $50 razors. They do have an area called the Barber Spa, which if you take a peek into the window, we'll see is an area for actually getting a shave. And there's that barber window. Looking in, you can see that they've got everything they need to give you a shave right there at Disney World. That's going to do it for us this week. We'll see you guys next time.